Guys, and welcome back to another episode. What am I talking about? Another Your Dry Delight. So, you've heard that my daughter went out. So in the last episode, we ended it with Leslie and Richter. You might have heard something about that. I don't know. That's my tongue. We ended it with Leslie and Richard went to a party. Oh, why? To a party. And Richard go and mingle. And he found some guy who isn't really smooth. And then he started feeling bad for himself because he doesn't have a love life. And then Leslie got drunk and asked to tell us something. That's where we ended it. So, again, I didn't say his last name. I remembered. But it's a free game. It's a free Steam game. Links down below if you want to download it. So, let's get into it. Just forewarning, I might be drinking through it, but that's because my throat hurts. So if I pause for some time, it might be because I'm drinking water. Okay, let's go. Before I can step away, Leslie grabs my wrist and tugs me onto the bed. Sit. I have to be drunk for this, oh God. What is this, some kind of impromptu meeting? Leslie leans back against the pillows and gives me a hazy smirk, nodding. His legs are stretched out across my lap, and he's still got his shoes on. He'll get dirt on bedspread at this rate. Oh, taking off my boots? You're too good to me. I don't deserve a partner like you, Richard. I really don't. Someone's got to take care of you. True. I don't envy that someone. But do you envy Richard? Our relationship is a running joke between us, but I've never been unhappy with how things are. Leslie takes care of me too, in his own little ways. Buying me food, teaching me French on the weekends, making me stay home and bring soup every time I'm sick. Well, who wouldn't? A best friend would. Nah, never mind, nope. Well, my best friend wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't even tell her I was sick. Whenever I need him, he's always there. Hello, Richard. Anybody home? Oh. Leslie snaps his fingers in front of my face, diddling to himself. You've been staring at me for, about 30 seconds. That's because I was thinking about what a big fat hypocrite you are. Hypocrite? Me? Razzing me this morning for being hungover, but here you are, fried off your mind. Well, nobody's perfect, not even me. He pouts, fluffing up the pillows behind his back, attempting to knit his brows into a serious expression. It doesn't work very well. I found out who's behind the booze at tonight's party. Is it Ed? Yeah, I didn't forget Ed. Even though it's been I still remember Ed in his bathtub. In fact, it sounds like he's pulling the strings in all of Cleveland. You're serious? Who is it? A fellow called Eastman, biggest name in the whole city's underworld. I knew it! Yes! knew it. He doesn't know his last name, does he? I don't think he knows his last name. Either he doesn't know his last name, or Leslie's not connected to the dots. Meyer Eastman. No, he is. Yep, I knew it. My breath catches. Does that mean that man from last night was... Nah, it's probably not the same one. I don't even know what's happening outside. Leslie shakes his head as if reading my thoughts. He's tall, really short hair, likes to wear a long coat. Low, distinctive laugh. It's him. Oh. I don't think Leslie connected the dots that it was the one he knew, but now it is. We stare at each other for several seconds, unsure what to make of this revelation. I can't believe I was actually drinking with the mob boss last night. I knew it. Let alone one who propositioned me for Kate. But what surprises me the most is he wasn't a bad guy. Yeah, that's what they all say. How's that? He wanted Kate. Could have asked for anything else, but he wanted Kate. Leslie blinks when I unconsciously mutter my thoughts aloud. Meyer. He wasn't rude or intimidated, and sure, his hell didn't try to throw his weight around like you'd think. Guess I'm just thrown off by how normal he seems, like a regular Joe, not someone in the mafia. Oh, Leslie pities. I can see it in his face. So where am I arm? By my way I'm leaning. Right. Rather than poking fun at me, Leslie gently nods, exhaling a quiet sigh. Apparently it's pretty well liked around here. Doesn't usually resort to violence. Either they say he's got a golden tongue, and he always manages to work out a deal to make everyone happy. I don't know how much of it's true, but if it is, then the recent fights around Little Italy would make more sense. You mean the crazy reports we've gotten recently? I need this. I'm just moving it. The very same. The Italian gangs are probably trying to regain the turf they've lost. He's right. Half of the reports I got today were all about action on the east side of town. Meyer's men must really be putting pressure on them. Just how much of a foothold does he have in Cleveland? I'm uncomfortable. There. It's true. Leslie rolls over on the bed, a glum shadow settling on his normally bright features. Where's the bed? I expect him to be cheery about this new lead, not so grim. What's gotten into him? You know, Richard, sometimes I don't know if we're doing the right thing. I would too. His voice drops to a soft, hesitant murmur. The first time I've ever heard him so unsure of himself. Boss? You know, helping enforce prohibition? I don't think I said that right. My shock must be obvious because Leslie lets out a weary laugh. I bet that has to sound rich coming from a drunk sap like me. You probably think I'm nuts, but to tell you the truth, I've never been certain of it all. Is it really the government's job to tell folks what they can and can't drink? Yeah. Will a dry America really be a better place to live? Wasn't it worse? Wasn't it a worse place to live? That's why they took it away? Isn't that what happened? I don't remember. I did that 2 years ago. I don't remember. Seeing folks enjoying themselves and relaxing like tonight makes me think liquor's not just for fun. It's part of our culture, our customs. It's not about getting drunk, it's about the freedom to drink. Just like anything else. Freedoms we fought for since the colonists came over in their big stupid boats. I feel like we're getting a history lesson in this. He glances away with a self-deprecating, wistful smile. Now that I think about it, he's been a lot less enthusiastic about this job than our previous work. I know why. Did I ever tell you how much I wanted to be an FBI agent, Richard? Oh no, what happened? Why? Why aren't you? Once, I think. Mom and Dad, they always told me to keep at it. I think they believed in me more than I did. They don't know why I wanted to hunt the bad guys so badly. The bad guys? He nodded solemnly, eyes clouded over with memory. My parents were saints, but some of my friends, they weren't so lucky. A few had mothers or fathers who'd taken to the bottle and, well, the ones who didn't have marks on their bodies had them in their minds. It crushed me, seeing it happen to the people I cared for, being so powerless to stop it. That's why, when the Volstead Act rolled out, I was all for it. Surely it'd stop the same thing from happening to other kids. Press on. Leslie slowly trails off. Our gaze is meet for a long, somber moment. But I guess I'm starting to grow up now. I know people always find another thing to abuse, and something like liquor, something so poor to society, you can't really get rid of it. So shouldn't we be the ones to help take it away from the people who drink for fun over dinner to celebrate because they damn well please? The soldiers who lost arms and legs fighting in the war come home to hear they can't even enjoy a shot of bourbon? I just don't know. This is getting deep. Really deep. This is true. Oof. He lets out another sigh. This one deep and troubled. His eyes shut tight, almost like he's trying to fall asleep again. You're not crazy, boss. Oh, that surprised him. Leslie stares at me like I just sprouted wings. Well, maybe a little crazy, but for different reasons. What you said, though, the more I think about it, it's hard for me to argue. I hesitate for a moment. Normally I don't open up much to people, but tonight's proven to be a strange night. And he's drunk. He probably won't remember this. In front of Leslie, I don't feel like I have to hold anything back. My pa, he drank. I guess that's all he had since my mom died, having me. Probably why he took off when I was a kid and left me with my grandparents. Richard, oh, that's so sad. Leslie's fingers reach out to brush my sleeve, lightly squeezing the fabric. Hey, don't feel sorry for me. They were good folks, traditional views aside. Grandpa, he was always muttering about how the law is what makes men better than beasts. Every single time he read the police report, he'd say that, without fail. The law is the highest order to uphold on earth, Grandpa thought, aside from the Bible, that is. So little Richard got that drilled into his head, did he? I nodded, smirking faintly. No crime headlines to read in heaven. Grandpa must be pretty bored up there. He wanted to be a policeman, but luckily Detective Richter was close enough to count. When it comes to prohibition, though, I've always had my own doubts. Maybe the law makes us better than beasts, but the government's not the gospel. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to follow orders just because they're from the top. I joined the agency to help people, not make their lives harder. Anything that goes against that, I just can't put my heart in it. Feds or no. By the time the last words leave my mouth, I felt like a complete idiot. Just because Leslie shared his story didn't mean I have to go and babble on. It's like I'm an old church lady or something. You know, Richard, I really admire you. What? Oh, we were just saying how we should keep our mouth shut, and he's like, no, you shouldn't have. Leslie smiles warmly at me when I glance at him in shock. Where'd that come from, I wonder? Unlike most folks, you don't always take things at face value. You stop and think. You feel instead of only judging. Maybe you should be the senior partner. Then I'd feel better relying on you so much. I think you've done it wrong, boss. I'm just a regular old... No. There's nothing regular about you. Not to me, anyway. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. No, you're a special breed of fantastic. Ooh. Leslie, you're drunk. He doesn't normally give me these genuine compliments. How the hell am I supposed to respond to that? I admire you too, boss. Or what I mean is Oh. Please do tell me more. Well, now I've gone and done it. I can tell he's not going to let me get away with this one, so I better come up with something quick. I admire how dead you are, how adorable you are. Oh no. Oh God. What's the chances he's gonna remember this? He's drunk. You're gonna fake drunk? Could be faking drunk. I feel like he's not really drunk, but I feel like he's not gonna remember this. Let's see. Meyer's a bad guy. I like Leslie more than Meyer. We're gonna go with Dora because he's adorable. How adorable he can be sometimes. Sleep in, spin your chair, stuff in your face, cake. He reminds me of a little kid. Oh, so I don't think he needs it. Christ. Did this actually just come out of my mouth? I haven't had a single drink tonight, so there's no excuse. None at all. God rest my soul. Oh, so you finally noticed. What? It's about time. I was preparing drastic measures to get your attention. They're not important now, though, since apparently I've won you over. After all. He cackles, obviously pleased with himself. This is why I shouldn't give compliments. Oi, Richard. Leslie's tone suddenly turned serious again. Almost too serious. Now that we've poured our hearts out to each other, I need to tell you something important. What's that? We were just having a moment and ruined it. Well, I'm not going to just bellow it out. It's a secret. Lean down. Oh. He impatiently beckons me closer. Curious, I stood towards the head of the bed, leaning in to listen. I'm not sure what could possibly be so... Oh, what happened? Hand grabs the back of my head and pulls me down. Next thing I know... Oh, God. Oh, they're kissing. Oh. Leslie's soft lips are pressed against mine. The boss is... This can't be happening. Did I fall asleep? He looks different. Leslie looks weird to me. Leslie holds the kiss for a little longer, fingers tightly curled in my hair, but after a few seconds, he lets go. Ooh, that's definitely a surprise. That surprised me. Even though I kind of figured in the back of my mind that was going to happen. I quickly pull back, touching a hand to my lips. Oh. A mortified look of horror instantly crosses Leslie's face. I don't think he realized what he was doing either. Richard, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. The booze, He covers his face with his hand, peeking at me through his fingers. It's like he thinks I'm going to start shouting at him. What, am I that scary? Are we? One kiss doesn't hurt anyone, does it? Oh, I don't think he expected us to say that. After a moment of hesitation, I leaned closer, gently pulling his hands away from his face. He's so wide-eyed and embarrassed. I'd better savor this look before he doesn't wear... Wait, what? Just between you and me, boss? I've been wanting to do that for a long time now. Richard. Oh, did they kiss again? Oh. Really? I just wanted someone to kiss at this point. And so I did the thing that could, actually. Yeah. This time, I'm the one who kisses Leslie, pressing him into the bed. I literally was just like, please tell me there's gonna be, like, a romance scene like this. When they were, like, we're in a dark room together, and there's a bed. I'm like, I think I see where this is going. His hand flits the back of my hair, fingers grabbing and pulling a lot rougher than his normal ruffles, that's for sure. He lets out a soft whimper when I nip and settle his bottom lip, playfully tugging at it with my teeth. We share a string of little kisses, but I can't keep myself from teasing my tongue into his mouth, savoring his little meals of delight. I'm in a daze myself. We've always had a close relationship, me and Leslie, but neither of us dared to push beyond that unspoken line. But as I cover Leslie's lips with kisses, finally embracing him the way I've always dreamed of doing, I can't deny how satisfying it feels. I care so much for him, more than anything or anyone else. Boss, partner, friend, does it really matter? He's here with me, he wants me, and that's all I can bring myself to care about. He is drunk. We gotta still remember that he is drunk. Our lips pressed together harder, forcing me to steal breaths in between Leslie's needy kisses. He's really getting into it. Is this his thigh rubbing between my legs? Oh God. I swear he's so unfairly adorable that I can't help myself. If I didn't know he was drunk, I don't think I'd be able to keep my hands off him. Oh God. Finally, I draw back just enough to suck in some much-needed air. Leslie nuzzles against my ear, murmuring softly against it. I hope I won't forget this in the morning, but if I do, you have my permission to remind me. Yeah, sure. The full extent of what we did suddenly hits me like a frying pan in the face. I pull away more, jerking upright and let out a cough, turning my head away awkwardly to one side. What's sure to be interesting tomorrow, eh? How the hell can I resume our normal business after this? I sure hope I didn't just make the dumbest mistake of my life. Maybe we should leave the hotel and head home. It's getting pretty late, don't you think, boss? I steal a glance back at Leslie, unsure how he'll respond. He's asleep. His flesh slowly rises and falls, and quiet breaths flutter out from his parted lips. You'd think I would have seen that one coming. With a sigh, I slide off onto the floor, leaning back against the side of the bed. I just have to keep vigil and mull over things until Leslie wakes up. Thanks to his intense tension, I can't exactly fall asleep right now. He's smiling. He's happy. Well, whatever happens after tonight, I can't say I have any regrets. You're really something, boss. That's for sure. And I like you just the way you are. Hypocrisy, narcolepsy, and all. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yep. What's happened? Okay, guys. That's where we're going to end it for today. What do you think's happening? Do you think Leslie's going to remember in the morning? What do you think's going to happen to their relationship? And there's Meyer. What do you think is going to happen with Meyer? Well, that's all. See ya. Bye.